For that, he has to start it and then we can mute, I guess.
There are 10 people waiting, so there are 10 folks here already.
Ooh,
So Loorou on
like,
3.
Yes, so we're
1,
live
2.
now. Say
Sync.
what? Okay, so thanks for tuning in, folks. Whoever it is.
Hey!
We are waiting on one
Wait.
member to join. If
I should tell my friends.
Is Roshni joining today?
No,
No,
Roshni is
but
in
she's
chat.
on
though.
chat, I think.
Oh no.
Shit.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So our viewer count is dropped by 4. All right. So we are waiting on Shagun, I think, to get started. So he says he'll be here in a minute.
Yeah.
Look at that magnificent mane of hair.
I feel like I'm eavesdropping on something.
Yeah.
Hi guys,
Who is picking?
Oh, Roshni's here. I can hear Roshni.
I made my way. Yay!
Very nice.
Hey!
Then you started.
Hey, Karthik, could you put like the grid on the stream, or is
Yes,
that like
I can.
that would be nice because
We are
then
now in grid.
yes, not
Whose
everybody is
conversation can I hear?
Yes, I also want to know the same thing.
That was mine. I just muted it. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
The stream isn't coming on. Oh,
How
now
did
it's a
you
grid.
mute your? How did you mute your background noise? Like I can still
he
hear.
has RTX voice.
Ray
Okay,
tracing.
cool. So
Roshni, what happened to the ONU background?
Yeah.
I have
Why are
it.
you in bikini bottom? It's like
The light is not
Was this a
working.
noise cancellation thing?
is there whiskey in that cup?
I think
Siddhartha?
Rahil's story is like a
No,
universal
man,
oh
it's
no.
like chamomile tea.
I have chamomile tea too. It's just differently colored.
okay, so everyone's here. Nemo hasn't replied yet, so I'm assuming he might join midway. So he will not wait. He can always join whenever he gets in.
Where's Nemo?
How do I?
Nemo's
Oh
missing.
shit!
I think
Me,
that's Shiraz's background. No,
What?
It's
Okay.
just my house.
The conversation? Yeah, it's
There
your
is
house,
no.
right?
I mean, if there's someone talking in Shiraz's house, I should be very concerned. I was like,
Actually,
what
you be
ghosts have
concerned.
taken up residence?
I like
Are
how
we
you went
living in-
straight to ghosts. Like I don't have other friends or something.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
I've
just
never-
renting out your room, man.
Oh shit! Oh my good shit!
Okay,
No,
so
An Airbnb now.
Airbnb. Where
Airbnb.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
actually,
trying
that
to,
was an
I'm
idea
trying
in a
to
game.
find the channel.
what?
So we
channel?
came up
Okay.
with this idea of Airbnb.
Okay, hold on. Before we go, I'm gonna ping Nemo and
I
see.
pinged Nemo already. Yeah, I just pinged him.
Okay, cool. So he'll join whenever. We should just get started anyway because there are people also waiting. So
Sorry,
Yes,
chat.
the reroll chat. I can't find it. I want to be a part of the reroll chat.
I posted it on the WhatsApp group. It's the last message.
Ah yes. Yes.
Okay, we're just going to do a quick sound check.
Why am I oh no, that's my video. Ah yes.
Are you new to this? Okay, so
Chill the fuck out.
Also, Karthik, there's quite a bit of delay on the stream, I think.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to the stream.
Ah, cool. Okay.
We are the stream.
okay, so I'm going to play this. Tell me if you guys can hear this fine, right?
It was a dark
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
night. And this
Oh no. Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Everything is a dark and stormy. Like
I mean, we grew up in an
Well-
education system that like told us to start with those things.
Here
Next
about
story
that
has to be My
education.
Little Pony.
We never had like a sunny California day to start with.
No, all stories, dark and stormy night, best starting, man.
That is Rahil's story, man. It has to be a darkest.
windy,
When
on a beach.
the god Palpatine, the lightning god Palpatine.
Hey, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Nobody
was
said it was you. Chill the fuck.
I don't like where the insinuation was going, so I like jumped ahead. Also, yeah, as people have rightly pointed out, this story, I don't think, well, for most people, it won't make sense.
Wow.
Rahil, I don't think for any of us it made sense.
Okay,
So,
so let me just do the intro. Cool. Can you guys just go on mute for like a second, and then I'll just introduce the concept of narrative telephone to everybody, and then we can get started.
It was
Okay, awesome. Just that basically, yeah. So, yeah. So those of you who are watching for the first time, actually, wait. Let me just quickly ping.
Hi, Nemo. Oh no.
Okay, so for those of you just tuning in, Narrative Telephone is basically a game that we completely lifted from this D&D web series called Critical Role. The basic concept is one person makes up a story, usually a minute or 2 minutes long, usually based in some sort of D&D type setting, and they then record themselves narrating the story, and then they give the video to the next person, and the next person's only allowed to watch the video once before they again record themselves retelling it, and then it passes on to the next person, and so on and so forth. So this is the third episode. I mean, this is the fourth one we are doing, but the third one on YouTube. So this story was written by Rahil, who's so what we're going to watch now is the first the original telling of the story, and then you'll see each person's retelling after that. Cool. So I think everybody's here, right? So we can get started.
We're waiting for Shagun.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, but let's go.
Shagun's not here. I think his power.
But he's on chat. I think he's just connected via the stream. That's
okay.
fine.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to hit play. So this is Rahil. So who's going to tell the original telling of the story?
It was a dark and stormy night in the city of Cordonas, yet curiously, despite the late hour and frankly less than favorable weather, the streets were still flooded by citizens. Why, you ask? Well, if only you knew. About the Sunrise Corporation's annual sale bonanza, all your favorite Sunrise Corporation's commodities and services available to you at killer discount pricing. It is in this festival where we find 3 shivering orphans who had made the treacherous journey all the way from the Shadow Walk to the city proper, hoping to capitalize on the confusion of both the festival and the rain. Unfortunately, they forgot to account for one thing: the Sunrise Corporation unveiling their latest fashion sensation, which will sweep the nation, a ring that both floats and glows. Perfect for all your nighttime creative activities. Creative activities may include reading, writing, or any such activities of a literary nature. Sunrise Corporation does not hold any liabilities for any activities your partner may do at night without your knowledge. Too tired, distressed, and hungry to care about anything, the 3 orphans found shelter in an alleyway. Little did they know, they were not the only ones there. Hungry are we? Came a question from the shadows. Too tired, again, to care about the going on of shadows in alleyways in the dark, the 3 nodded in unison. Do you know, the shadow continued, why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch? Is it 'cause it's delicious? No. A figure stepped out. Sit down and I shall tell you why. Long ago in a distant land, I, a poor old doll of cardamom, but a foolish warrior leading a band of rebels, stepped forth to oppose me. I would have been defeated if not for my ace. Mangel, the golden-haired serpent I had placed in their midst. But even Mangel knew alone he could not top the resistance. He needed help. Who should he turn to? But the man, the myth, the legend. Kure Bata. Together they surprised the leadership and in charged me with my posse.
Our battle was glorious. And after a long, grueling campaign, I came out second best. There were casualties on both sides. The heroes lost Kotambere, Kaimolo, Puli, whereas I lost companions with me from time immemorial. Yalaki, Jirige, my friends, who are now hopefully in that great kitchen in the sky. But the ultimate insult was not done yet. From a weak, defeated body, Cinnamon, for that was the name of the hero, pulled out my essence and merged it with all those who had fallen in the battle, even those who had fought against him. And with the help of the goddess Time, he swirled them together into the most delicious of snacks, the famed cinnamon toast crunch. That is why kids love the taste. Now, dear children, if you tell me the secret herbs and spices used to make this, you too will win a bowl of the cinnamon toast crunch.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm sorry, guys. I came a little bit late, but what the fuck?
don't worry. We are equally as clueless as you
Look,
are.
I will say, let's give Rahil. I understand what Rahil's thought process is. More I'll listen to the story, but I want him to like explain it to us. Is like what the fuck
Yeah,
was going on?
please.
Yeah.
Was this a Greek tragedy of some kind? Because that's how
It
I
was a
think it.
recipe. It was
Rahil, you're on
product
mute.
placement and Greek tragedy rolled into one. You're
You're on
muted.
mute, Rahil. Yep. You're on mute,
You're mute.
Rahil.
Speak, Rahil.
You are on mute. I mean, it's like
I think he's watching the YouTube stream, so he's a little bit behind us.
maybe.
He just like,
Well, I guess he lost his chance to defend himself. Next video.
Oh.
yeah.
Can anyone hear me?
Fear and loathing in
Yay.
Las Vegas, people. Like this
We
is
can hear you now.
this is on a different plane.
What happened? I was like, Shiraz put it way better than anything I could. It is, all the names are essentially Indian names for herbs and spices.
Yeah, because I caught Kure Patta.
And
I saw Kothambari also.
yeah, so I was like, hey, it's gonna be semi-easy for everyone to catch up with things.
This is the way Loorou is going
Right.
now.
If it
How
comes
long
down
was
to
it?
Loorou is
us,
going now.
It was 5 minutes because I was told to keep it under 5 minutes.
you have to
Interesting.
keep it under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Nice.
Rahil, as the person who went last, I don't want to spoil anything, but I got more props than the story.
I
Exactly.
mean, when I was going through the chat, and you were like, I was running around house to get props, and then Sid comes in like somewhere out there. Rahil is smiling, and I was like, yeah, I don't know how it happened, but things clearly went out of hand somewhere. Not on me. I told you perfectly
After I
valid.
Sid.
It was
It
me.
was it. Yes.
Yeah.
You are the
Sid
one who
went-
went crazy that there are props in there.
No, he said
There was one
Super
prop.
confused.
I feel
was
like
super confused about
this
that,
is
See-
this is an inside job. After Siddhartha told his story, Rahil was like, you know what would be really fun?
Just see that there are props.
He didn't create a board game.
I mean,
No, so you'll see what I had to deal with because I had to find a bowl and try and remember the story as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay. That made. Okay.
That made. Okay, I'm trying to.
That made. Okay. Uh, 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 that Okay, I'm trying to.
Is it weird for everyone? Or is
No.
it just
Can you guys hear that? I'm just double
We
checking.
can hear. We can hear.
we can hear
Okay,
you.
cool.
Okay. That made Okay, I'm trying to make sense of this in my mind. Here goes. It was a dark and stormy night in the city of Cordonis. God. Yeah, and it was. Yeah, but it was also the night of Sunrise Corporation's mega sale, where all of their best wares are available on massive discounts. And during this dark and stormy night, 3 orphans made their way into Cordonis from the Shadow Walk, trying to take advantage of both the weather and Sunrise Corporation's mega sale, where great things are available at massive discounts. Just like their floating glowing ring, which floats and glows, which you can use for nocturnal activities like reading, writing. Disclaimer: Sunrise Corporation is not responsible for anything that your companions do while possessed of this ring, any of their nighttime activities. So yes, we come back to our 3 orphans who are making their way through Cordonis and trying to find shelter during Sunrise Corporation's mega sale. And they find themselves in a shaded alleyway to try and get out of the rain when they hear a voice in the background, a mysterious voice saying, "Why do people love cinnamon toast crunch?" So the orphans say, "Is it because it's crunchy?" And the voice says, "No. You see," and I've completely lost the thread. See, there was a golden serpent called. So this is the story that the shadowy figure is telling the 3 orphans. I'm just going to try and summarize it because I can't do what Rahil did. There was a golden serpent whose name I've forgotten, and there was a shadowy figure also whose name I've also forgotten. And there was a great battle where the shadowy figure's companions were all defeated. And again, they had multiple names whose, again, names I've forgotten. Just make up like some cool sounding names because they will, they'll do. You just make up some names. 5 or 6 companions were defeated in this battle until finally the enemy appeared, and it was the great Cinnamon. And the great Cinnamon took up this shadowy figure's companions, the remains of them, and mixed them all together and created Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And that is the reason why Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes so good. And here's the prop, the bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So yeah, that is the story that the shadowy figure told the 3 orphans in Cordonis. I am so sorry. I don't remember any of it.
Okay,
Yikes.
Yeah,
I really feel for Sid. Oh my God.
I think
It's a complete disaster.
This is completely Rahil's fault, by the way, Sid. It's not your fault.
I also think
Okay, we decided to begin with Rahil.
I think he deserved it before the last week. What he
I
did.
mean,
That's
yeah,
fair.
but at the same point, I want to point out that wasn't really a bowl of cinnamon
That
toast.
It was a mug.
It looked like a mug. It
That's
looked
all
like
I
a
had
mugga.
with me, man.
It's a mugga, not a bowl. Please get it right, sir.
I'm just picturing like Sid hearing the story, what? Trying to keep everything and then realizing he and then scampering to find something before he forgets it.
So
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is what happened.
I was talking to Sid after it, and he was like, "Yeah, the moment the story shifts was when he goes like, oh no."
I was like, I was fine, and then suddenly I realized this is not the story. This is just some random bullshit that Rahil came up with in the beginning.
Which is why I said he was riffing. I thought Rahil's strategy was to just offload everything with sunrise-related paraphernalia and just keep going with that until everyone lost track of what he was like actually advertising.
I mean,
happy there was no rap battle.
Oh.
I was told specifically not to put rhymes in.
Should I call this the Great Spice Opera?
I do like the name Kure Patta though. It sounds fucking awesome.
Sadly, it didn't survive at all.
It didn't survive.
It did not survive.
Only cinnamon survived.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. I think we removed the date also.
Wow.
Karthik, you look a bit upset.
Yes.
Karthik looks not pleased.
Not particularly
Also,
surprising.
Isn't this a different angle?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's this story does not deserve the streamer angle.
Yeah.
This story deserves the YouTube apology angle.
Karthik has seen things.
First of all, I'd like to apologize to everyone watching.
Where history is made, gentlemen. Where history is made.
All right. So should I hit play?
Yep.
And you can
Go for it, Rahil.
fumble around. Yes. Right. God damn it, Rahil. Okay. This is a story set in the city of Cordones on a particularly stormy night. It's also the day of Sunrise Corporation's mega sale. This big mega corporation set in Loorou that is having their annual sale when all of their best products are at discount. Anyway, the story is about three orphans who are sneaking their way into Cordones under the cover of this stormy weather, perhaps to make use of the occasion of this sale, perhaps to steal things, perhaps to be just up to no good. So the story is about these three kids, and actually, while you're here, do you know about Sunrise Corporation's floating glowing ring? Well, it floats and it glows, and it can be used for all sorts of nocturnal activities, such as reading, writing, and several other things that you can think of. Sunrise Corporation cannot be held liable for any illegal activities you may perform using their products. Anyway, back to the story. We see these three kids in an alleyway. All right, the story is about these three kids who are now in an alleyway in the cover of night, presumably because it's stormy weather. They're trying to seek refuge, and in this alleyway, they hear this sort of this voice, this mysterious sounding voice from the ether, and the voice tells them, do you know why, what is the line? God damn it. Do you know why people love cinnamon toast crunch? The voice says. And the one of the orphans replies, is it because it's crunchy? And the voice replies, no, silly kids, let me tell you why. And this shadowy figure, this voice rather, goes on to narrate a story to these three orphans, and it talks about this great battle that ensued between this golden serpent and this shadowy figure and its companions. The companions, let's call them Sucra, salty, wheat, and buns. Right?
Yeah, not bad.
And the voice tells these orphans about a great battle that ensued between the serpent and these companions of this shadowy figure, ultimately leading with those companions and the shadowy figure being defeated. And then a great cinnamon came down and scooped up the remains of these fallen companions, and using their remains created Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And the voice continues. And that, kids, is why Cinnamon Toast Crunch tastes so good. Right.
Oh wow!
It's like
Commitment.
What a
Natural performance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was an excellent
Well done,
save.
Karthik.
After
Well
my
done.
destruction, that was a good save.
That
That
was
was brilliant.
inspired.
Tell me
That was
this is right
inspired,
after you're
especially
done.
the last
Goddamn.
bite into the cereal. Chef's kiss.
10 on 10, Karthik.
I had to add in the sound effect of cereal at the crunch.
Wow. It's
Because
like
that ball had just
above and beyond.
So,
Did you edit your video to add a sound effect?
God damn it, Karthik.
I added that before sending it. I had time anyway. So.
commitment.
Wait, we are adding special effects before.
We're not. We're not. I was like, I
No.
was
This
like,
is an exception.
I need to pull something out of this story. At least let the punchline be there.
This changed everything.
That was brilliant.
Very
I
clever,
think
very clever.
I think there was a crucial problem. There is no story per se.
That is true. That is true.
Sorry.
Placement, something happens. A prop.
I mean, this, kids, is how the DMs of Loorou improvise. Come for us, kids.
That is true. I had to
We
go
do
shave.
our own sound effects.
I had to go shave my beard after that. I was like, I can't.
Wow, you were that
Make sure
traumatized?
your
You're
ad
like,
block is on.
Yes.
I do like how all of us have big beards now. I think it's appropriate.
I lost mine.
Yeah, me too. Sadly.
This
By the time we reach episode 10, I think it'll be back. Okay, fine.
Chalo, let's carry on to the next
Yes,
one.
I am. Yeah. So the next person in the list was Nemo, right?
Yes. Nemo.
Hello.
Okay. So this
Sorry,
is the. Hey, it's fine.
I was so glad that I was after Nemo.
I forgot to remove headphones. And
Again?
you think I would remember the story?
Okay, cool. So this is Nemo. This is the third retelling. So for those of you who are just tuned in, started with Rahil, who then told it to Sid, who told it to me, and now Nemo is hearing it from me. And now telling this to, you'll see who's next.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna cut off these first 3 minutes. I did not. This webcast is sponsored by Sunrise Corporation. We have magic glowy ring, which we sell. Please do not use it for any unintended activities. It glows in the dark. You can do all sort of cool things. You can read in the dark. You can walk around in the dark. Any actions taken by use of this ring are your own, and the Sunrise Corporation holds no liabilities. Alright, moving to the story. The story is set in the city of Gordonus. It's a very dark and stormy night. There are 3 orphans roaming around. The Sunrise Corporation is having a mega sale. They are roaming around in the dark, and they come across this alleyway. Presumably, they're trying to sneak around due to the sale that's happening across the city, but we are not sure. What am I missing? These 3 orphan kids, as they go into a dark alleyway, they hear a voice from the ether. It's a dark alleyway, and they hear a voice around them that says, "Hey kids." They turn around. Do you know what's so great about Cinnamon Toast Crunch? And the kid says, "No, we don't know what's so great about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Why is it so tasty?" And then the voice from the ether says, "Let me tell you a story. This is the story of the great golden serpent who fought many of my companions. And the companions were Sukrun and honey, I think. And there was a great battle, but after the battle, when the great serpent had defeated the golden serpent had defeated its foes, my companions, Cinnamon showed up and scooped up the remains of my fallen companions. And this is why the remains were then used to make cinnamon toast crunch. And this is why, my friends, cinnamon toast crunch is so tasty. I think that's mostly it. Best of luck.
Respectable Nemo.
Yeah.
Nemo, I had to ask, did you like give up on life halfway through?
Yeah.
Where's the
you
prop
just-
though?
You were just like,
don't
you were
props.
going good. You were going good. Then you like got to the point where the war happened. You're just like, it's useless.
Yes.
It's like,
I was listening and like the inner frame story where he gets to the shadow at the shadow story, it was just too much.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't know what Sid said either. So I was like, I think they fought, and the idea was that bodies became whatever.
So now from a bunch of different companion names, we have come down to Sukun and Honey.
Yes.
Also,
Does
where's the
Sukun
prop
mean
though?
peace?
It
Yeah,
from
where's
there.
the prop?
It gets
The
way
props
worse from
go
there.
on.
It
How do
only
they
goes
get
down, guys.
more- How do
Bonus
they
point.
get more props?
Bonus
Yeah.
points to someone predicting what Sukun and Honey becomes.
Okay.
it sounds
So-
like an Indian rap duo.
Also, once again, I'm sorry for dropping the prop, guys.
No, that's fine. Apparently,
No.
I'm curious.
It's okay.
Apparently, it came back.
It
It came back with a force.
I was super confused because everyone is talking about you need a prop. I'm like, Nemo did not have a prop.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
I didn't
so-
see the chat at all. I
Sorry.
didn't realize prop was such an important thing.
Okay.
Sorry,
so the context-
you missed it. It's a problem.
Oh my god.
It's
True.
a problem.
So the context for those who are not among the 10 of us is that we have a WhatsApp group where we were discussing this without any spoilers, obviously, and everyone was talking about a prop. So I think Sid first mentioned it, saying I need to get one, and then I had the bowl, and then we spoke about it. So I think
We were all mentally primed for this.
yeah, exactly. So when Nemo didn't include it, I think everyone else would have figured that there has to be a prop somewhere.
But they had no clue what it was.
They had
obviously.
no clue.
And there are like built-in plot like parts of the story that have objects in them. So I'm guessing people just go like, oh, they talk about this, but they don't bring it up. Time to find whatever looks similar to the thing.
Yeah, this
Ah,
is what
yes,
The
that.
props are now.
I am very curious. Okay, cool. So next is Joy, right?
Oh God.
Okay, so cool. Another YouTube apology.
nice
style.
lighting.
This is actually this is more vlog style, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this is more vlog style.
So guys, check out the new crib. I recorded my last video in the middle of my dungeon by accident. Not bad. I came above ground this time.
Guys, I feel like Joy is going to tell us the secrets of how to make money and buy a Ferrari.
God.
But
I'll give you folks a tour of my crib.
Sponsored by the Sunrise Corporation.
of course.
You look like you are like surrounded by sunlight.
I was.
Is that the prop?
It's behind me.
Okay,
If
cool.
nature was the okay, wow, I give up on life.
Okay, cool. So this is Joy's retelling.
Hey folks, so just listen to Nemo's rendition of this story. Pretty weird, by the way. Like, anyways, let's get on to it. So apparently this is a webcast, and this webcast is sponsored by the Sunrise Corporation, who sell magical glowing bands with sort of like glow in the dark. I don't know. And you can use them for a lot of useful purposes, like, you know, lighting up like dark places and stuff. But the Sunrise Corporation assumes no liability if these magical glowing bands are used in any unlawful way and you are sort of on your own. Now, with the promotional out of the space, let's get on to the story. So the story goes like this. In a dark and stormy night, like it almost always is. In the city of Cotonis, 3 orphan kids were trying to get into a cell of Sunrise Corporation that was ongoing. They were trying to sneak in. I guess like it's like an Harry Potter sort of a cell thing. So where you gotta like line up for the thing or something. So they were trying to get in, and they could not. So they were trying to take a back alleyway, and while trying to sneak in, they sort of got lost in a dark and dank alley. And soon they were accosted by an ethereal voice which says to them, "Do you know what is the secret behind the goodness of cinnamon roll crunch?" And the kids reply, "No, we do not know what is the secret behind cinnamon roll crunch." And then the ethereal voice tells that, "Okay, let me tell you a story. A long time ago, there was a great battle between the great golden serpent and 2 of my companions, and their names were Sugar and Honey. And after this great battle, both Sugar and Honey were killed. The battle raged on for days, and at the end, Sugar and Honey sort of couldn't best the great golden serpent, and they died. The cinnamon was passing by, and they picked up the remains of Sugar and Honey, and that's why cinnamon roll crunch is so sweet and amazing, I guess." And that is the story. Yeah, I mean, even I am wondering, like, I'm pretty sure like Rahil probably would have had a bit more than this. But yeah, I mean, this is what you have. So cool, I guess cinnamon roll crunch. Over and out to the next person.
Pretty good job. Amazing. I could see like you wanting to get out of it as soon as possible.
Oh God, Joel, you did a great job, man.
You made the story nice. It's pakka marketing, like A1 copy content. It's short, it's sweet.
Can I say that for the first
wow.
I'm recognizing parts of the story that I've heard now, like that I told.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Also, it becomes even more unstable.
Oh, Rahil,
I wouldn't
this
say
is the
unstable.
beginning.
I think this is where it kicks into high gear. This is where the real Dark Souls. Yeah.
I mean, the crux of the story is the same. There is a product placement. There's the same band glowy thing.
Yeah. I like
There
the
are 3
liability
orphans.
clause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go into an alley, ethereal voice, blah blah.
I'm gonna go quiet now because I mean, yes, I'm gonna just not talk now.
Okay. This is Shagun's
How
reading.
long is it?
2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Okay.
I was very fast this time.
This webcast has been brought to you by the Sunrise Corporation, inventors of the glow-in-the-dark pan, which is great for cooking and glowing in the dark. The Sunrise Corporation bears no liability or responsibility for spontaneous combustion, decapitation, dismemberment, or any kinds of injuries or liabilities incurred by the glow-in-the-dark pan. This story happens on a dark and stormy night in the city of Cotonis in the land of Loorou, where 3 orphan children are trying to enter a Sunrise Corporation cell. This cell is a nightclub or an office. Anyway, they are unable to do so. I believe perhaps because there was a queue of some kind. And being juveniles, probably delinquents, they're orphans after all, they decide to take the back alley entrance. Whereupon, in this dark and dank alley, they are confronted by some kind of ethereal shape. And this voice says to them, the voice in the dark says to them, "Have you had cinnamon nut crunch? The amazing cinnamon nut crunch?" And they say no. And it says, "Well, let me tell you the story of cinnamon nut crunch. My 2 friends," the voice says, the voice declares, "Sugar and Honey, once engaged in a terrible battle of supremacy with golden serpent. And alas, fate was not on their side, for after many days of back and forth, they fell against this dire beast. and they were found by the cinnamon girls who took their corpses. And that is why cinnamon nut crunch is sweet and delicious. The end. I'm sorry this wasn't my fault. Good luck to whoever's next.
The disclaimer at the end. The disclaimer at the end. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. It's like...
When Joy said
Not my fault this time.
I thought he meant the Spice Girls or something. That is almost the joke of the damn story. I literally thought it was the Spice Girls.
Well, now you know it comes from sukoon and honey to sugar and honey, and then I don't know what.
Amazing.
I guess the cinnamon girls are canon now?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sugar and spice and everything.
Sugar.
Also, it went from toast to roll to nut.
Yeah, and you are allergic to nuts, so now it's no longer your story.
Sid, given that we were like the insulating layer between Rahil and the rest of the group, and it still fell apart this badly, I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think Rahil is now not to blame for most things. Not all.
This thing is definitely to blame.
Yeah. Okay.
I was primed for props. I thought that there has to be props, so I took what I could.
No, that's fair. We got the prop back.
Oh, I love this video, by the way.
Nice.
This is
Respectable
what I
Punjit.
experienced. So.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Can't.
This
I
is
can't.
number 7 of 10, Punjit.
Shagun said some words. Okay, let's go. So, hi. This video is sponsored by the Sunrise Corporation, who made the glow-in-the-dark pan. This pan is great for cooking and for glowing in the dark. Sunrise Corporation holds no liability for spontaneous combustion, and you are responsible for your own death, I guess. This video begins with the story of 3 orphan children who were trying to get into the nightclub in the Sunrise Corporation nightclub in Cardonis. They were trying through the front entrance, but they weren't let in because there was a queue. So they decided, hey, let's go to the back and try to find another entrance. On the way there, in a back alley somewhere, they found an ethereal figure. And the ethereal figure... What did the ethereal figure say? Yeah, the ethereal figure, clearly sponsored by Sunrise Corporation, said to the 3 children, orphan children, hey, have you had cinnamon nut crunch yet? And the children go, no, of course not. We have not. Oh, then I have to tell you the story about cinnamon nut crunch. So a long time ago, there was a battle between sugar and honey. Or it was sugar and honey versus something else. Oh, the ban made me forget everything. Thank you. Sugar and honey were involved in some battle, and at the end they both suffered. They both incurred heavy damage, and the cinnamon girls had to come save them. And that is why the cinnamon crunch is sweet and represents bravery. So yeah, cinnamon crunch, cinnamon nut crunch. Ding. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh god.
This is the
I've heard of a rage quit. I've heard of a rage quit. I've never heard of a sigh quit. It was good though.
Punjit is the tipping point.
There was a bit in the end where it felt like he was trying to convince himself. He's like, this is right, whatever.
Yeah, but
He kept on saying cinnamon nut crunch because he got on that.
I have to say, I watched this video and it was like probably the best time for me to come in because I was like, I know what to focus on now.
Oh no.
Short and sweet.
That's like
I know what's important in this story. I'm going to focus on that shit.
What story?
Punjit, tell us what you were feeling in those last moments.
Okay, so Shagun started with the pan, and I was like, I need to wash my pan.
Also, spontaneous, not liable for spontaneous combustion.
So that was going through my head when I was listening to Shagun.
Just like pan.
Yup, pan. Oh, I have to wash it. So I quickly go to the kitchen, wash it, come back, and then the cinnamon nut crunch is all that's left.
Karthik, you should have given your editing tip.
Hey, but the props survived.
Oh yeah.
Props survived.
Guys, can we make the pan of forgetfulness a canon item in Loorou?
I think any pan is a pan of forgetfulness if you hit it hard enough.
Yeah, I was.
Master Wizard cast fist. I see. But I feel like Therapy Griffin should appear, give people the pan, and then fuck.
If you bring
No, that's what the Therapy Griffin hits you with before they leave. So you don't remember the interaction.
I just like how we're all impressed that a random pan that was brought into the beginning somehow survived. Obviously, it would. How can you forget
I
that
mean,
the first time
we
you see
have
it?
we have very
forgetfulness.
short attention spans. If this doesn't prove anything,
That is
it
true.
proves that we have.
Yeah, for all you know, it's disappeared.
Cinnamon nut crunch.
Next is Shiraz.
Yeah.
Okay. This is number 8. So we're in the last 3. So what is the order again? Shiraz and then after Shiraz was?
Yeah.
Roshni and me.
Roshni and then, okay, cool. So this is Shiraz retelling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This show is sponsored by the Sunrise Corporation and its line of lovely pans. This pan is a little fucked up, but the Sunrise Corporation's pans are good for frying, cooking, and hitting people over the head with. Of course, Sunrise Corporation takes no responsibility for any injuries or accidents as a result of using the pans. Welcome to today's story. Today's story is about 3 orphans, 3 lovely orphans who, for some reason, want to go to the Sunrise Corporation-owned nightclub in Cortonis. And they go up to the front door and they can't seem to get in, possibly because they're children. And it would be irresponsible for Sunrise Corporation to allow that. The children, undaunted, decide to go into the back alley, wondering if there was a kitchen entrance or some kind of side entrance that they could get in to the nightclub with. And there, in the alley, they are met with an ethereal stranger. The ethereal stranger goes, and I'm going to try my best. Hey kids, have you heard about, oh, it's upside down. Have you heard about the joys of Cinnamon Nut Crunch? Also sponsored by Sunrise Corporation. And the kids go, no, what is Cinnamon Rice Crunch? Nut Crunch. Sorry, I'm mixing sunrise and nuts. Because it is. The ethereal stranger goes, well, kids, let me tell you a story then. The kids are suddenly taken aback by the offer of a story and forget all about going to the nightclub. The ethereal stranger tells them about a story at one point where Sugar and Honey had a fight with the Nut Kingdom. And a great battle was fought between them, which led them to a standstill, and both sides suffered great losses. Were it not for one thing, the Cinnamon Girls, who flew in and saved the day by brokering some sort of a peace agreement and brought them together. And this is the reason why Cinnamon Nut Crunch is super sweet. Try it today. Now I'd like to say, fuck you, Rahil. This message was sponsored by the Cinnamon Nut Crunch and the Sunrise Corporation. Enjoy.
Okay.
Wait, that story I have never heard before.
Yeah, because I added a lot of shit.
Yeah, that was the story.
I
After
don't
what I
remember
did.
hearing that story. I think I did something
Okay,
wrong.
I'm just gonna say I actually took one of the closest thing that looked to cinnamon in my kitchen,
Yeah,
and
what was that?
I don't know. It's probably garam masala. I wrote. I didn't want authenticity. I just want curry pata. I wrote cinnamon nut crunch on it, and then I realized that it showed up reversed on my screen. But what I didn't realize is that Zoom reverses my image, so it came out okay.
Serendipity, sir.
I know.
Wait, I must ask you, Shaz. When you say that they fought against the Nut Kingdom, does that make them the Nutcrackers?
I suppose so. Also, I was channeling Powerpuff Girls, Cinnamon Girls.
I got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that. I kind of got that.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole kingdom of nuts, guys. I guess we need to make this canon.
No,
So
we don't.
I mean, I would never go there. I would never go there. I would just see. I would look at it and see death everywhere.
Also, none of this shit goes into canon.
Yeah, this is not a story writing exercise.
I mean, I wanted a nightclub, so.
No.
You're not getting a nightclub, I guess.
None of this
Okay.
goes into canon.
Alas and alack, they're just Loorou legends.
I see, Roshni.
Roshni is using her psychic powers. I will
Yeah,
go
you're
ahead.
trying to destroy something with your mind, Roshni.
He's cracking some nuts.
Okay. First of all, before this starts, I would like to say that I gave my blood, sweat, and tears literally for this. You will see what do you see the bandage on my fingers? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Literal blood sacrifices have been done.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, that was a recipe for disaster. I already hurt my finger while trying to find things. Okay, so welcome to today's show. Today's show is sponsored by Sunrise Corporation and its pans. These pans are great for cooking, making food, and hitting people over the head. Of course, Sunrise Corporation does not take any responsibility for any injury which might have happened because of Sunrise Corporation's pans. So today, I want to tell you a story of 3 girls. As usual, it's always 3 and it's always girls. So these girls are they are trying to go into a Sunrise Corporation. What, Sunlight? No, it was Sunrise. It was Sunrise. Sunrise Corporation owned pub in Cordones. Of course, they're not getting entry because they are literal children and they shouldn't be given entry. But so they are like, oh, we need to sneak in somehow. These are our rebellious years. And they just scoot around and kind of run. And they go around. And towards the back door, they find this ethereal figure. And this ethereal figure says that I can tell you guys a story. And thinking that they are going to get a story narrated to them, the girls are like, okay, we don't need to go inside. Pfft, who cares about stories? I care about stories. I don't care about whatever that is inside. So the story goes about, by the way, this story now is sponsored by Cinnamon Nut Crunch. I have cinnamon inside this, but I don't have nuts inside these. Basically, it's supposed to be written Cinnamon Nut Crunch. Okay, so Cinnamon Nut Crunch, it's sponsored by them. So the story is about, what was the story about? Oh, yeah, it was a kingdom where honey and sugar were fighting. And in this kingdom, they were fighting, and then you had these 3 definitely not Powerpuff Girl resembling women who were called the Cinnamon Girls. Maybe Lana Del Rey fans, but anyway. So these girls, they come in and they're like, oh, we are going to save the day. And then they made honey and sugar. Okay. Honey and sugar, like, make a pact. And the war ended. And they were like, yay, cinnamon girls saved the day. And people were like, woo. And that is why Cinnamon Nut Crunch is so cool. I think, and yeah, that was the story. The moral of the story is definitely by... Oh, I forgot. Cinnamon Nut Crunch is definitely actually a brand from Sunrise Corporation. So the moral of the story is you should definitely buy Cinnamon Nut Crunch from Sunrise Corporation and its pants. The pants are not selling. But yeah, and its pants. Bye-bye.
My advertisement worked.
Brilliant.
What to say.
Now it's just pants and cinnamon.
I have swerved this successfully towards complete capitalism.
Capitalism in Loorou. What we have done.
Like an alternate cut of that video and Roshni's face on the reacting to it in real time. That would have been.
Also, shit, I forgot. I was about to say something.
My favorite line is still, I don't have any nuts in these.
Hey, Roshni, how did you cut your hands?
Yeah.
I was waiting the whole video to see what the thing that cut your hands was.
I tried to grab the pan from my laundry place and there was a knife and I just sliced my finger. I hope this video doesn't get taken down or something.
Were you washing your knife in the washing machine?
It was in the laundry basket and I kind of not a laundry basket, in the dishwasher.
Okay.
And I kind of reached my hand in without looking. I was trying to rush because I was forgetting the story already. And then I see there's a gash. I had to bandage it up so that I'm not bleeding during the video.
Guys, knives and clothes. I think now we know a bit more about what keeps Roshni busy.
The things we do for entertainment, the things we do.
Oh yeah.
All part of the showbiz, right?
Oh. Also, I think Rahil, you're speaking again. You're on mute.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Why?
Has any part of his story survived?
Nothing.
No.
I'm trying to think through.
I mean, the liability
Sunrise.
clause survived. The liability clause survived.
Just Sunrise Corporation.
Sunrise Corporation.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so the story went from Samurai Jack to Powerpuff Girls. Still within Cartoon Network.
Yeah, we're still within Gendy
Cartoonish.
So
Is that also owned by Disney at this point? Are we going back
I
there?
hope not.
I don't think so.
No,
Because Disney
it's
has
not.
its own cartoon channel. Yeah.
Warner Brothers owns.
Warner Brothers owns Cartoon
Hey,
Network.
we have another victim.
Yeah, who had Warner Brothers on the bingo card?
We're outside the House of Mouse. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is the final.
I kind of bring Disney back.
What is this introspective look?
Siva, like,
everybody's starting
what's
from
with the side eye?
Towards me, the stink eye.
I'm what all props I've kept aside.
Oh shit!
Props in plural.
Got props galore.
So now the entire video is going to be
I have basically done a show and tell.
Nice.
Brings out a girl. This is a cinnamon girl.
Okay, so home stretch, the last 2 minutes of this deal. Cool. This is Shiva's retelling, which is the final one. And then we'll probably play back Rahil's, I guess, at the beginning to see if there's any.
Why?
Might as well
What's the
play
point?
back Shagun's from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Also, we might as well just
we need to do
apologize
before and after
profusely.
picture of the story.
We just apologize profusely for what happened. I think public apologies.
Okay, so this is Shiva's story.
This video is brought to you by the Sunrise Corporation. Sunrise Corporation, makers of fine pans. Pans that you can use to cook, pans that you can use to beat people up. Injuries caused by Sunrise Corporation pans are not the liability of the Sunrise Corporation. Today's story is about Sunrise Corporation's latest product, the Cinnamon Nut Crunch. The Cinnamon Nut Crunch is from a story of the three girls in the kingdom of cinnamon who three girls in the kingdom of cinnamon were in their rebellious teenage years and tried to get into a bar, but they were teenagers, so they couldn't get into the bar. So they tried to find a shady back entrance where they came upon a ethereal creature. Ethereal creature says, "There's no fun in going into the bar. Let me tell you a story instead." Intrigued, the three girls gave up on the idea of the bar and listened to the story of this ethereal creature. The creature recounted the tales of a war in the Cinnamon Kingdom between sugar and honey. The war lasted centuries, but who sorted the war? They reached a pact and the war ended. And so the Cinnamon Kingdom has known peace in all its times. So Sunrise Corporation now wants to honor the Cinnamon Kingdom by making Cinnamon Nut Crunch. Enjoy!
Love it. Well done, Siva. You brought it home.
Wow.
Oh God.
Kingdom of cinnamon.
You were the
yeah.
king of giving up at the last moment. Like you just went, fuck this.
Exactly. Like take
I figured Rahil was just trying to do an ad.
Yeah.
I was like,
So now just no prop becomes three different things. Three props. So there is a pan. There is. Wow.
So are we now building a rule saying no props?
Hey, come on.
Fuck no.
We have done.
Plans.
How much of a
I have
props?
plans now.
Props have to be there. Sound effects now need to become a thing because Karthik has upped the game.
I have been building a stage. I have been building a stage for my
Shit!
Oh God.
I feel like
Just
maybe
don't
we're-
hurt yourself, Roshni, while building a stage, right? Okay. It's like
I feel like
want you coming to the story with like a nail sticking out on one side.
Yeah, we're on the wrong track here where we're all just trying to one up each other.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's
it's
the
just
point, right?
I have an
animosity.
idea. Oh God. Okay.
And Siddhartha, you started this with your poem, and now it's just gonna get worse.
So Shagun started with his like 20-minute long story.
Hey, come on. It was a story about a cow. Didn't expect it to become a story about thundercats in space.
The Bullock Panther.
Yeah, this is what we do for fun. We do this.
The Bullock Panther.
Okay.
We come up with stories like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying for people who want to watch, they can actually just scroll back, I think, to the beginning and watch. Unless you guys want to play Rahul's story again.
I'm pretty sure it's not the same story. Like,
There's no point.
there's no point.
The only thing that survived was the liability clause
And
and
the name
mention
of my
and the mention of Sunrise.
my very respectable company, Lands of Loorou, which you might join, do adventures for, and be paid handsomely.
Wow, this is an
All right,
advert.
Bezos.
This is an
back
advert.
You're
it
still
in.
doing an ad for Sunrise Corporation.
Still on infomercial mode.
You have way too much hair to be Bezos.
Rahil, you should change your username just like Siddhartha did and just
Okay.
Rahil.
Okay, chat.
Sponsored by Sunrise.
A few folks are
That's the
asking.
name. That's the name of this episode. Episode 4, sponsored by Sunrise.
A few folks.
Guys, people are asking me to be played again.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
Okay, so it really, honestly, does not matter because we are so
I'm
far.
going to pay attention now.
But yes,
I'm going to hear everything that Rahil says.
Yes.
No, there's no point. You're not going to remember it. There's something about this story that just destroys your brain.
Yes,
It's Rahil doing voices also, man.
Okay, cool. So here is Rahil's original story.
It was a dark and stormy night in the city of Cordones, yet curiously, despite the late hour and frankly less than favorable weather, the streets were still flooded by citizens. Why, you ask? Well, if only you knew about the Sunrise Corporation's annual sale bonanza. All your favorite Sunrise Corporation's commodities and services available to you at killer discount pricing. It is in this festival where we find 3 shivering orphans who had made the treacherous journey all the way from the Shadow Walk to the city proper, hoping to capitalize on the confusion of both the festival and the rain. Unfortunately, they forgot to account for one thing: the Sunrise Corporation unveiling their latest fashion sensation, which will sweep the nation, a ring that both floats and glows. Perfect for all your nighttime creative activities. Creative activities may include reading, writing, or any such activities of a literary nature. Sunrise Corporation does not hold any liabilities for any activities your partner may do at night without your knowledge. Too tired, distressed, and hungry to care about anything, the 3 orphans found shelter in an alleyway. Little did they know, they were not the only ones there. "Hungry are we?" came a question from the shadows. Too tired, again, to care about the going on of shadows in alleyways in the dark, the 3 nodded in unison. "Do you know," the shadow continued, "why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?" "Is it 'cause it's delicious?" "No." A figure stepped out. "Sit down and I shall tell you why. Long ago in a distant land, I, a poor old doll of cardamom, but a foolish warrior leading a band of rebels, stepped forth to oppose me. I would have been defeated if not for my ace. Mangel, the golden-haired serpent I had placed in their midst. But even Mangel knew alone he could not top the resistance. He needed help. Who should he turn to? But the man, the myth, the legend. Kure Pata. Together they surprised the leadership, and in charged me with my posse. Our battle was glorious, and after a long, grueling campaign, I came out second best. There were casualties on both sides. The heroes lost Cotambere, Kaimolo, Puli, whereas I lost companions with me from time immemorial. Yalaki, Chirige, my friends, who are now hopefully in that great kitchen in the sky. But the ultimate insult was not done yet. From a weak, defeated body, Cinnamon, for that was the name of the hero, pulled out my essence and merged it with all those who had fallen in the battle, even those who had fought against him. And with the help of the goddess Time, he swirled them together into the most delicious of snacks, the famed cinnamon toast crunch. That is why kids love the taste. Now, dear children, if you tell me the secret herbs and spices used to make this, you too will win a bowl of the cinnamon toast crunch.
I don't understand it still.
Okay,
Now,
so
now
all
I'm
the
picking up like
names,
lots of details.
That's one.
all the names are like, so Uppu is salt, Kothamberi chopu is basically coriander.
Wait, where is this from? Like, which language is this?
It's a mixture of all the southern languages.
Okay.
So yes, all of you are from the north, aren't you?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but like at the
most
same
of us
point.
Also, yeah, mangyal is turmeric, and you mix turmeric and curry pata to make sambar.
They were already lost by the time they came to me.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, no wonder
When
we
we
didn't get
started
it.
losing it from Mungayel, it still sounded like a fantasy name to me. But then
Yeah, that's the point. If I say Kothamberi, no, I guess if I say it, even if I said it proper, people would have gotten it.
I
Like
heard it's Berry.
Siddhartha got Uppu the second time around.
Third time.
Third time around.
Also got Goddess Time and Kitchen in the Sky and things like that.
Yeah.
There were so many references. It's just that like they swept by people, so they swept by Siddhartha so fast he couldn't catch them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Flying kiss to the
And my
cookie
brain
and
was full with the earlier details that were not relevant at all.
I think the ad placements in the middle really threw stuff off.
I mean, also, it is essentially an ad. Like it plays out like an ad you see on TV because the story is essentially nonsense.
Yeah.
But the only thing they want you to remember is the product that they're selling. There's like some random shit happening in the back, and then out of nowhere comes this product going like, "Hey, also this."
I did like I saw the Samurai Jack reference on the second listen.
Yeah.
Because you channeled the Aku voice and did the.
By the way, Rahil, nobody remembered your product.
Yeah.
It was a cinnamon roll crunch.
It was a ring, right?
That was me.
It was a ring.
It was a ring.
It was a ring which floated and glowed.
Yeah, I made it into a band and then it became pan after that.
Yeah,
The product was the cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
Well,
which became that's all I care about. And the name Sunrise, I am now in the minds of the people. They are aware of my brand.
The question is which people? It's like
some people out there.
We are just going to like as soon as this ends, we are going to jettison all of this information from our minds and then
pretty much.
I'm so happy I moved the advert to the start.
That is cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, Metro lads are cool for it.
Okay, so who's going next week, by the way? Do we know?
I think Roshni should go next.
No.
She hasn't set up her stage yet, guys.
It's taking some
She hasn't set it up yet.
That stage needs to happen, Roshni. Now we have expectations.
Yeah, no virtual backgrounds either.
You shouldn't have told us. You shouldn't have told us.
No, there's no stage.
Roshni, why don't you do it? Yeah, it'll be good.
No. It's I think Shiraz and Karthik are still left.
I'm gonna make a
Punjit is
really
left.
shitty story though. Like my story will be the same from the start
Nemo's
to the end.
left. Joy's
Joy's
left.
left.
Shiraz, Joy.
Do you want to just ask? Okay, so those of you who are watching on YouTube, like, who do you think should go next?
No, wait. Because
Yeah,
I think we should.
Roshni.
So Shagun, Rahil, Siddhartha, and who's the fourth person?
Oh, by the way, like
Shiva.
Shiva's done.
Shiva. Yeah. So these four have already gone. So between Nemo, Roshni, me, Punjit, and Shiraz and Joy, who do you think should go next? Roshni, you can't type.
You can't vote. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
She need to heal from her. Okay. Roshni, you can't spam the
You
vote.
can't spam the chat with my name.
Roshni, these are not the American elections, okay? You can't scam this.
Yeah, stop being. Oh, wow.
I have not prepared yet. It will take time. All good things come for people.
Hey.
The first independent vote.
Yeah.
Everyone is shouting Roshni. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Akshay voted Joy.
Hey,
okay,
Akshay
you
voted
could tender.
So Joy. Come on,
I just
Joy.
got one vote. Everyone else, you have more votes than me.
It's just you guys, your vote.
Vishant, who do you want to vote for?
Joy has amazing stories. Have you seen Joy's art?
So
Akshay has betrayed you.
3 votes for Roshni.
Okay,
Wait,
cool.
you guys don't count.
Okay.
3 votes for Roshni. They count.
Okay, we'll figure who goes next. We will try and push forward.
Cool.
Yeah.
So so thanks folks for tuning in. We basically want to do this roughly every week, I think, and go through each. So there are 10 of us on this, so we're just going to go through each person being the one to start the story, and then everyone else is random. So hopefully 10 episodes in total.
Yeah, and we run the Lands of Loorou, a shared campaign.
Oh yes,
Bangalore.
correct. Good point. Does somebody want to pitch that? Does somebody want to pitch Lands of Loorou while we're here?
Sponsored by Sunrise Corporation.
No.
I'll do it. I can do it if you want.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Hold on. Before you do that.
Spotlight.
Unless somebody else wants to.
Yeah, no,
go for it.
Hey, so yeah, we're all the DMs of the Lands of Loorou. It's a shared campaign that we all run stories in. It's Loorou for Bangalore. And yeah, I mean, we're on Discord and you'll find us running events with rerolls. So join. Everyone's welcome. You don't need experience. And sometimes we experiment with different formats for RPGs. Is that a fair plug?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, so the link will be in the description if you guys want to join the...
And yes, if whoever the first 10 signups get a free pan. Rahil, the Sunrise Corporation will sponsor your pan.
There'll be magic. They will never become dirty.
It's a pan of forgetfulness. You may not remember getting it, but you will receive it. You feel it somewhere.
They're magically non-sticky.
And rust free.
Okay, cool. So thanks everybody for joining.
Right.
Bye-bye. Let's do a proper sign-off.
Bye.
Thank you all. This was delightful.